Hey guys, so in this video, really just going to be buttoning up a bunch of odds and ends on the bike that haven't gotten around to completing yet, just because I've had other things kind of more important, more time consuming going on the bike. So you just saw me, I popped the pegs on, working on the rear brake now, so cleaning up the rear brake connecting rod and getting it installed. I got this all buttoned up with the rear brake pedal, got it connected well. Did make a small modification to the return spring to get the braking working as smooth as possible and not grabbing too hard. So up top, I am completing these little caps that I 3D printed, sanded, and painted to house an LED that I wired into my turn signals. I wired them in parallel so that whenever my turn signal is flashing, the corresponding LED will light up on my dash. So I know if my turn signals are on, working, and when they're not. Next step was to be creating a new seat pan. I wasn't happy with the one I had made before out of fiberglass, so I was going to make another one out of 1/4-inch plywood. I started off by using cardboard to make a template, traced the frame, and then transferring that template onto the 1/4-inch plywood. The frame itself is not symmetrical, so the seat pan is also not going to be symmetrical. After I had all 4 pieces fit, do some test runs and a little bit of trimming to make sure everything is nice and snug where it needs to fit in. I used some spray adhesive to actually coat the face of all 4 of these pieces so that they would stick together well. Put them together like you can see here, and then at the joint I reinforced it with JB Weld. After that was all cured and I was happy with the fit, I was able to start cutting some of this 2-inch seat foam. I transferred the shape over onto the foam and then cut it out with an electric kitchen knife, something similar to what you might use for carving a turkey. This knife worked okay, but for being a cheap kitchen knife, wasn't the greatest, but it did get the job done. To get the contour of the tank that I wanted the foam to be notched around, I created another template out of cardboard, traced the gas tank itself, and then transferred that over onto the foam so I could cut it out. some additional trimming to get the contour closer to what I was looking for. And then using more of that spray adhesive to glue down the foam to the seat pan. Alright guys, so with that little time lapse, you're up to date with where I'm at on the KZ440 Cafe Racer project. As you can see right here, the bike lift is empty. Bike's not in the garage here, it's gone. It's actually over at an upholstery shop, getting that seat you just saw, getting it wrapped in leather with a nice stitching. So it'll be a nice completed professional looking seat. What took me so long to get to this point? It took me weeks, the last several weeks, to find an upholstery shop that either wasn't really overpriced or didn't have a ridiculous lead time. So I had several quotes that the price was just through the roof, and others that had a good price, but their lead time was up to 20 weeks before they would get to the bike. So I didn't want to wait that long. I didn't see any reason to. So I got lucky. I found a great shop not too far from here. I went down, I actually took the bike down with the seat, and I talked with their automotive upholstery guy. Really nice guy. He's a motorcycle guy himself, so he was excited for the project. We got to play around with different stitching patterns, different colors of leather, and different stitching color. And I think he's really got a great idea of what I'm looking for in the bike. He knows what the end result is that I'm looking for, even though I wasn't exactly sure how to convey that to him myself. So he did a great job of asking the right questions and helping me figure out exactly what I was looking for myself. So I should have that bike back. It's been a week now that they've had it, waiting on materials. Should be another week or two before I get it back, based off of what they were estimating. So when I do get it back, the bike is pretty much done. That's going to be the completed project. I'll do on the next video, I'll do the full completed bike reveal and the first ride. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to ride it. I have not ridden it yet. All I've done is run the engine and put it in gear on a stand. So I know the transmission, everything's working. The engine's working fine, but I have not ridden it. So I'm really excited for that. So if you want to see that video whenever it comes out, of that first ride and the completed project, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like this video if any of this is interesting to you, and you'll see more videos like it. See you in the next one.